6 o'clock. Okay, got it. Okay. And kick off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the
United States of America and to the republic
for which it
for which it stands, one nation,
God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
I think that's nice.
Kaya, stop it. I wasn't getting up to play with you.
Okay. All right, so moving on, did everybody go through the minutes from December 16th?
I make a motion to for the
Okay.
minutes, approve the minutes.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second,
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
what the heck?
Oh, we got two Suzannes. All right, cool. Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. Okay, next is approval of the monthly treasurer's report through December 2021. The, Joyce, was there anything that we need to take note of?
Oh, only I noticed that the oil went up again, but it's been cold, so.
Yeah, the gas bill. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, can I have a motion for approval of the treasurer's report?
Oh,
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, no, good, okay. Library Director's Monthly Report, Suzanne.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Wow, yeah, you can turn down something a little bit.
How about now?
That's good, that's good.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the first Chromebook. So in December, we had 3 holiday days. It was Christmas Eve day, Christmas, and then a half day for New Year's Eve. Because we were closed the Saturdays as well, that meant that we were open 18 days this month. And the people in the building per counter, 1,874. Computer use was 205. Total circulation in all areas, 3,059. Adults, 1,300. Children, 773. DVDs, 413. We had less people in the building with the major holidays in this month. We were closed the 2 Saturdays. And we have usually we have about 48 people in the building on Saturday, so we're still not up to par. Everything was running smoothly, shifting sections and cleaning, getting ready for the painting as well. Programs in December, children's programs, 5 programs, 47 attendees, 3 in person were 27, 2 virtual, 20, and then the take-home crafts were 72. Adult programs, 6 programs, 99 attendees, 5 in person, the 2 book clubs, the Yuletide Singers, the Ghosts, and 1 movie, and 1 virtual. And I have to say the adult department seems to be wanting to phase out Zoom at this point. February spending $2,000 for adult, 81 books, juvenile $2,000, 180 books, YA $1,000 for 87 books. That's the Nutmeg Award time, and DVDs 24 for 400 at 24 DVDs for a total of 5,400.
All right, got it, okay.
make a motion we for this.
Hold on,
Alex?
I said I'd like to make a motion that we accept the report that was presented.
library, okay. Alex, okay. Second?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you for the report, Suzanne. With regards to comments, at this point in time, I don't really have much of anything. 18 days for the month is really not a lot
No.
at all, but looking at the circulation stats for December 20 to December 21, the stats look good on that report, so I just wanted to say that looked good. Anything else, anybody?
No,
Okay. Public comment, Jess? Okay, so that's set, that's set. Old business, painting update.
So, Falcione is in the building. Everybody else is in the building. They've been doing a great job. Alex has been letting them in early. They've been staying a little bit later. And we do have a couple of quotes running around for additional work that I would like to see us do. And I know that, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Ask.
Suzanne, I'll go into that under new business.
Okay.
Okay. Or well, I'll add it on for the old business. How's that?
You want me to make a motion? to
Okay,
add-
that sounds great. So basically, we've been making a lot.
Hold, Alex, we don't need a motion.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, we've been taking a lot of books off. Rebecca did the children's room. Manuel and I helped her. We pulled all the books around the perimeters, around the walls off. They painted there. Same thing in the adult section. So right now, the library has things and carts and, getting ready to go back up once the painting is complete.
Okay.
But they've been great.
Okay, so what Suzanne was talking about with additional quotes, I'm going to be running numbers by you all. So if you want to jot them down, that's great. I did not forward the quotes. I could do that, but I have them printed in front of me. And Suzanne, after this meeting, if you send them out to everybody, that would be great. So I just want to explain it from the beginning to the end, okay? The quote Falcione had given us for doing all the painting that we had talked about was $16,435. I'm under the impression, although part of this is to be determined, and I had gotten like a commit for 10 grand from the town, right? So that was like what Tony had committed to. However,
Excuse me, Paula. I think it's 9,000 that I saw the PO for.
okay, so if that's the case, then we would have
It's not.
$7,435 to pay to finish off the statement of work, right? Because if you have 16,435 minus 9,000, so that's going to leave you at 7,435. Alex, you were saying something?
No, I had guests. I told them to be quiet.
Oh, okay. So we have from there, we have $7,435 we would need to pick up, right? Now, Falcione had given a quote to upgrade the paint to include washability from a Sherwin-Williams Emerald Flat finish. So the total of that is $1,200. However, he said he'd donate $600, so the cost would only be $600 to us. So now we would have $7,435 plus the $600 for the upgrade in paint. Then, with doing the reception area, I was in the library today, so I looked at all the painting, how things are moving. For them to update the reception area, the counter frontage portion, and the exterior metal double exit doors, the children's room. So that would be the doors that look really crummy on the outside, except they wouldn't be able to do them until spring. They'll sand prep, alcohol prime, put on 2 coats of urethane. The exterior doors will be white, and the colors for the counter to update the reception area are to be determined. The cost to accomplish this is $1,380. So that's $1,380. They're also going to repaint the lounge and bathroom walls of the basement at no additional cost to the original estimated amount. So the other thing is they're talking, they also quoted another part of work. So this would be repainting ceiling tiles in the director's and Rebecca's offices using 2 coats of flat white. I would assume also that they're gonna prep with kills or something so water damage doesn't come through. Basement corridor walls, tile ceiling portion, not the pre-hung, and the doors that are already painted are all included to receive 2 coats of the washable paint. And then both basement, hallway, bathrooms would all have the upper block walls repainted after they repair the loose flaking paint. They'll put skim patching compound on, a water plug over the loose deteriorated area. These bathrooms will include the mold and mildew-proof paint due to the nature of the exterior ground grade containing moisture in the block work area. So that's an additional $2,601. So when I total all this up, this would come to a total of $12,286 for the board to pay. However, this would have everything done where I think we would look pretty decent in the library. So the total, as I said, we knew we were going to have some of the funding that we would have to pay, that the town wouldn't pick up the whole thing. However, we have funding available. What I'd like to do is apply the fiscal year 2021 unused balance to pay for this $12,286. And then whatever else is not covered from, we have $10,809, and then just have the rest come out from the regular Ion Bank account. So I guess that's what I'm looking for a motion to accept the additional statement of work and the totals for Falcione and the reallocation of funds from the unused balance, and then taking the rest of it out from the balance on hand, which would be about $3,000.
I'll make a motion that what Paula wants said. It was easier to say it that way.
Okay. Update. New quotes.
I'll second it.
Yeah. I looked at it, everything. He is doing a fantastic job.
Alex and
He also
Joyce.
painted the lounge, the employees lounge at no charge, and the employees bathroom down there at no charge for us too.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah,
it's looking really nice. So I think for what he's doing, I think it's worthwhile for the funding. I ran all the numbers today. I don't think that's a bad way to go. Okay. So
and we
what's
added, I just want to say too, we added a couple of things that me and Paula saw fast, and there was no griping. He just said, all right, we'll cover some wire molding like that. Done. It was nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's nice when you have people you can work with. So the new quotes and the allocation of dollars, we have Alex made a motion, Joyce seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay. Okay, so now we're going into new business. The possible window tinting of lobby computer area windows, I don't understand because we have blinds.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I just had a cough. We had a patron who comes in quite frequently, and even with the blinds, there's during a certain time of the day, let's say 2 o'clock or around 2 to 3, there is sunlight that comes through. I will say, I've told this patron that, well, maybe you like this computer over here. So that's an option. One that they don't necessarily, one that they're not like always interested in because they like the computer they like. But I did say I put it on the agenda, so I'm putting it on the agenda to see what you all think of it.
Okay. Thoughts? Anybody?
Why don't we get that patron a pair of sunglasses?
Yeah,
You could.
Okay. Well, the other thing I was going to say is when in the office environment, we used to have computer screens that would fit over like a privacy screen so nobody could like see what you were doing from an angle. We can always look into buying one of those to see if that would make any difference. But at this time, we don't have dollars to do window tinting. And then if we do window tinting on that side, then we should do it on the children's side. I would really appreciate it if they would just.
you could also tell her that we take donations.
Yeah, if they want to donate the pay.
I don't know. I mean, like, I will have to say this person is a person that does rely on us for internet. So I don't know that that's something that they have.
Yeah, I understood,
the screen
but
around.
just at this point in time, I don't see it as being cost effective for that short amount of time. I mean, then they should switch to a computer on the other side that's not affected if it's over.
I've mentioned that. I mean, I'm doing my due diligence for our patrons, and I didn't expect an okay on this.
Got it. We'll keep it on a list of, potential upgrades or something like that. So tell them that we do appreciate the input. However, at this point in time, we can't do much. Alex.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Do they? So they're having a bad glare on the screen. Is that what you're saying?
It's the sunlight coming into their eyes more, not as much the computers. It's that there are some glints that come through the shading at certain points in the day. It also depends on which side of the computers you're sitting on. If you're sitting on one side, you're going to get it. If you're sitting on the other side, you may not get it.
Is this the first complaint we had of this?
Yeah. As far as I'm
Or
aware.
come in at a different time.
The one that I brought to, I will say, we have a few patrons that are very resistant to change. They're not fond of change. So they they may think of it as their house or not. I'm fairly sure that in any case, it's the first time that they've said anything to me in a positive way that made me say, yes, I'm going to take that to the board.
All right. Just curious.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
I have to agree. I have to agree with Paula this time. For one person, it doesn't justify spending that kind. And it's a good idea, though. Maybe we get some money or grant down the road, but it doesn't justify to spend that kind of money.
I mean, ultimately, I'd like to see the whole place tinted because we have, other than the lobby area, we don't have that tinted. But that's not something that I would suggest that you guys spend the money on at this time, certainly.
Well, you got the windows tinted on the side where the deer are.
Yeah, we have it also tinted in the children's room too. We were able to pay for that and the old shades coming down. It's really just the lobby area we didn't. And I'm just gonna say, to be complete, eventually we may go that route. You may not.
Okay. All right. Okay. So are we done with possible window tinting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Well, like I said, we will keep it on a list. It's not a guarantee. It's not a high priority, but duly noted. Discussion of strategic planning. We have been, I would like to have a strategic plan for the library. And what we're talking about for this is we're going to have COVID funds coming into the town. I want to be able to develop a strategic plan to get done all the things that need to get done to bring the library up to snuff. This would include things like HVAC, electrical, plumbing, roofing, gutters, leaks, the actual infrastructure of the building, not so much, let's put paint on something, right? So this would also include carpeting, would include anything that would be needed for the infrastructure. So I'd be interested to hear like Joyce, Jean, what your thoughts are. Yours too, Jess, and yours, of course, Alex. Jean?
Yeah. Ooh. What happened?
Okay, Jean, we can't hear you.
There, it just went off there for a minute.
Joyce? Okay. Jess, can you hear us? I can't. Alex, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay,
I hear you.
I can't hear you guys.
how are we doing with computers? Are we updated on computers? Yeah.
No, nah.
Are you there?
We're not updated computers yet.
Okay, Suzanne.
Yes. I think we're up. I mean, like, I would have to say the next one, you can't hear me? Can anybody else hear me?
Can you hear me?
No
I hear-
audio.
I think, Paula, I think everybody else can hear me.
Yes,
Oh,
I
we
can.
hear-
I'm sorry,
hear
Alex. What are you saying?
We hear you.
I can hear you.
I want you to tell me about this computer situation again.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm chatting to Paula, and saying everyone can
I
hear.
can hear you.
You guys say, I'm going to ask somebody else to say something because Paula, so that she knows that she's, I mean, I don't know. In any case,
Okay, sorry. I can hear you now. Sorry, my apologies.
that's okay. I just, Alex, I think, was bothered by hearing me too much. But it's not that I think we're totally done on the computers. I don't. But I think until we open more from COVID, we're okay. We have relatively new computers. I do agree with Alex's plan from last year where he said that every year we should change out 2, because that is going to be, the circulation computers get used more than any other computers for us. There are certain favorite computers that are for patrons that we could change out. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't do that. The other thing that I'd like to do, and I don't know if I'm going to have to go for grants for this, but I would love us to have some gaming computers. We're having younger people coming in now. And it's nice because Rebecca has the all-in-ones in the children's area, so they can go in there, but we need a little bit more area for them, or really gaming computers, so they don't have to just stick with those free programs or on the web right now. So I do. Go ahead.
The kid that was in the children's room today.
Yep.
What was he? Was he doing schoolwork or was he gaming?
He was gaming, and that kid walks from across the bridge, up near Pearl Street, I think,
Yep.
to get there. He comes on Saturdays. He comes with his brother. He comes with other kids. Usually we sandwich them in where the adults are. Rebecca has the 2 over there now, but I mean, we should be expanding for this. We should be taking that into account.
Can we get a price tag on those?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just out of curiosity. And Alex, I apologize. I missed what else you had been saying with regards to the strategic planning. You know, we talked about the infrastructure. I apologize.
So yeah, I mean, I know that me and you will set up a date and walk the place eventually, and we'll talk about that. But like a quick things, just so the board knows, just the quick things that I've noticed that has to get into the capital planning really fast is that floor in the front of the circulation desk, our ceiling tiles, our older AC units on top of the roof. We have multiple leaks. We have to have our roof cleaned because there's mold all over it. We have to have the outside gutters replaced around the entire building. We have a lot of wood rot. We have we need the painting in the exterior. We need our driveway resealed. We need a sidewalk because that's coming apart. Our garage, our windows need to be caulked. I could go on and on. We need new control systems for our heating system that we were promised. that never took place. There is a lot of stuff that needs to be updated, and rugs, we could go on and go on and go on.
Yep.
And I know me and Paula have talked today a little bit, but we have to pick up a date that we're going to meet and go through the whole thing and get a detailed list together. And you know what? And where it has to go, if it has to go to the selectmen to get approved and start getting stuff, that's what we have to do. We cannot be a facility that is forgotten about. And people have to understand, yes, we do get other monies from other locations, but it's not all necessarily for building repairs.
Yep.
It's for other programs and stuff like that. So
Oftentimes it won't be for building repairs, because when I apply for grants, yes, I can apply for the elevator because that's an ADA issue. I can apply for the gutters because that's an upgrade, and that actually breaks at the whole library, as we found out. Whether it's the gutters or not, we have the leak within the stack area.
Yeah.
So, which has been ongoing for a while. So when it comes, there are certain things that most grants won't do, like furniture and things like that. But ultimately, if you can say why your building needs it, the state library often will come through with a grant, as long as other people don't have better reasons.
So, and continuing, so what I was also saying, and then we go downstairs. You know what? Maybe we need a staff member downstairs. We have rooms that are not being used. Maybe we can make a gaming room for teenagers or for the people with this stuff, maybe with a Nintendo, maybe with a Xbox.
Well, we'd love that. Yeah.
I mean, I think that sometimes, people interact in different ways. And if we can help a couple kids out, get off the street and have a PlayStation there and have some stuff there, that's something we should look into. We have to come up with a strategy also for downstairs that is just not offer the friends. We have two or three big rooms down there that should be being used all the time. We're paying for the heat down there. Let's use them. And if we have to split up staff, we have to put someone downstairs. But
yeah, no, we'd love to do that. We've thought of it in the past.
This is all stuff that we have to discuss for capital spending and going forward and making repairs downstairs and moving stuff forward. So that's what our main goal is. And
strategic plan would also be to increase programming through additional staff members. And that would be something that I think we'd be, that would be great to be able to do that.
So, we have to meet our goals and improve in the future with the library. And I think with the staff members that we have now, a lot of people are starting to work better together. I see a lot of new things happening, and it's, I have to say for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I haven't been up there as much because I'm busy with other areas of the town doing other stuff. But every time I'm up there, people are working hard, and it's good to see. It's really good to see. And, I'm very supportive, and I'm very happy that me and Paula have had some time to go through this and start advocating for the library. And it's time for the town and for this and for the Board of Selectmen or whoever has to start hearing from the library. We are not a forgotten entity on top of the hill.
Yep. Okay. Anything else on this?
No.
All right. So Alex will work on that, and then if anybody comes up with anything else, I'll start setting up a spreadsheet with all the things that we touched on today. When I think about it, I think one of the things that might be sort of really slick is for the downstairs little room, for that to be a gaming room.
That's what we've wanted to do, something like that with the makerspace, and to have it as a gaming room. Ultimately, we have the Chromebooks, which we've been using quite a bit. Rebecca's going to be starting a Girls Who Code, which was and that's how I got the grant, because I wanted to start that myself, but Rebecca's taking it over, which is fantastic. And I think that would be really wonderful. And ultimately, I don't know if the town would go for it, and I don't know that you guys would go for it, but it's possible we could have a volunteer that could go down with them. But I would have to say, in terms of the kids being downstairs and using the gaming, you kind of want to keep it somebody who's like Rebecca or Manuel, who are more in that age group than somebody like me being down there or another staff member.
What are you saying? You're old?
I'm saying I do.
Oh, boy.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, I mean, like when they mentioned TikTok, Manuel and Rebecca would probably be like, oh yeah, I saw that one. And I'd be like, I don't do that.
The,
A quick question. Is there any way that we can send letters to our corporate businesses and say, hey, listen, we're looking for funding for starting a game room for some stuff. Is there any way that we ever thought about doing that?
Yeah, we can. I mean, I had gotten the grant from Matthews, and it was always meant to be followed up with other things. It's just that COVID, and then also, I mean, we do need a person that can go down there. We do have that now because before our staff was wonderful before. It was always wonderful. Now we do have somebody. I mean, if you've noticed, we've been doing more Friday movies and things like that. Partially because we have an extra staff member that we can send down there to run the movie if the rest of us can't.
Have we invested in any cameras yet?
Cameras in what way?
Just some stuff in the hallways downstairs.
Oh, no, not at all.
I tell you,
That's a strategic planning thing. That would be good.
I have a couple, listen to this, around the land trust. That cost me $30 a piece, all right? And I get perfect audio, perfect everything with them. And you know what? So maybe it's something that we think about, especially when on later nights when the building's closed, that just so we know if anybody's downstairs, you can take a quick peek, or if something else is, God forbid, if something starts downstairs or something, you hear something, you could look at a camera. You don't have to run.
It would be great because ultimately, say Charlotte will be walking through the building at 7:40 or 7:45 by herself downstairs when she checks the doors and everything like that. So that I think that would be wonderful.
Right.
And I think that's fantastic for strategic planning.
And we did get the walkie-talkies, right?
Yes, yeah.
So, and they're being used, I hope, when she's walking around.
Yes, yeah. It's not all, and we forget sometimes, but she does have them, yes.
Now, my other question is, do we have any student help? Do we have any part-time student help in?
We haven't done that since COVID because they are vaccinated now. I'll check with Rory to see if we can start that again. I think that from what I understand, I may be wrong about this, the high school was kind of backing off on requiring that volunteer time from them, as they should during COVID.
All right, well, let's see if we can find out what the story is and get an update on that. And then what I'd like to do is we're going to get onto the town and endowment budget for the next topic. What I'd like to do is add 2 part-time staff members on. Just stuff.
For this budget?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else on strategic planning?
I know that you have already talked to the friends about this, but I do think landscaping is, and a nice landscaping and offering and an oasis is part of strategic planning.
Okay, we will put that down. Okay. Anything else? Okay. All right, then we're going to ease up on new business number 9, discussion of strategic planning. Town and endowment budget for 2022-2023. Suzanne, I know that you've been working on that, and that I'm assuming that we're going to stick along the same way we've been going for budget allocations for next year.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I'm so sorry. I texted Falcioni to say order the paint for everything, and he just texted back saying, okay, great. Thank you for working with me and can't wait to continue forward to make your place look amazing. And thank you to the board. So thank you all very much.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that for the library budget for the town and the endowment budget for next year,
Yeah.
You've started work on that with regards to budget allocation.
Yes, and tomorrow we have the regular salary or the regular department detail by line items.
Yep.
And I do need to submit that tomorrow and on February 14th. I believe it's at 7:15, but we're going to be doing it by Zoom, the budget this year. So that's the one where you guys usually come to the Norma Drummer room. This year, it's going to be by Zoom when we ask with the Board of Finance for what we want. It's going to be on February 14th, which is a Monday. I believe we're scheduled for 7:15, but we always go early. So I'm going to guess 7 would be a good time. But this would be the one that says that we get $5,000 from books and periodicals, $4,120 for machinery and equipment, the $31,000 for bibliomation for technology, and the library pages, $12,000. And I don't know if we want to talk to Alex and find out what our chances are for more money. And because there's a repair and maintenance line item that we never get anything in. So I don't know if you want to up that. I mean, I'll put in for the 2 part-time people too.
Yeah, okay. We'll take a look at that once you get a first pass set on the budget, right? With regards to the maintenance dollars, because some of the stuff that needs to actually be done, that would eat up the maintenance budget in about a millisecond.
Well, that has to be, I'm submitting it tomorrow. I mean, they just told us a few weeks ago, or like in between. And so I have to submit it tomorrow. I did talk to Doug today and I said that we may be asking for capital funds.
Yep.
So is there a figure that you want me to put on? And we can substantiate it at the board meeting.
350,000.
Yeah. Put in
What number for capital improvements, meaning like all the repairs that I think that need to be done?
Yeah. That you think that we're going to get. Let's put it, I mean, maybe not think that we're going to get, but that we want to say we deserve this money. So.
I don't understand the question. And then I should say why. Is it stuff that, is there a difference between capital that is a want list, or is there a difference between capital that is a necessity?
I think that there needs to be a capital that's a necessity. So if you say to me, what would I consider a necessity, right? This is what I would say to you. Right now, I believe that the roof, the leaks, the gutters are a priority, right? Because the roof, the leaks and the gutters have to be a priority, because the leaks and the gutters are causing damage to the structure of the library. Right?
And the books. And I mean, like, we could have lost books.
Right, but to me, when I look at all this, that's a priority. Would I love a new driveway? Would I love a new site? I take it back. The roof, the gutters, and the sidewalk.
Anything that give it possible safety hazards or damage to our structure.
Yeah, that's how I would term it, because the other thing is, when you have leaks and the leaks go unnoticed, you end up with black mold conditions, which are not a good thing for.
Well, you figure. Now, see, and this roof that they're saying that is under warranty, it was only a portion of that roof that was done. Not
Alex, you're going in and out. I can't hear everything.
That roof that I think is under warranty. I don't think Tim understands, because he wasn't here at the time. That's only the flat portion of the roof if it's leaking. If it's the other peaks, and that stuff wasn't done, the slate roof and all the other stuff done. So if I had to put on stuff really quick, I know what they would be. I would say the roof you're talking about. If you had to put a new loose slate roof or stuff like that on, I mean, I'd be conservative and say 100,000. And you got like You got like $25,000 worth of repair work for painting and all the rotted wood in there. You got like $10,000 for gutters. You have it was $20,000 for the sidewalk.
When I first started, Dave Holmes, who's the mason guy, masonry, he had been looking at the sidewalks and he had been looking at the chimney, and the chimney's coming apart. So all of that stuff, it's just, and he, he was very nice, and he told me, I went up there and I was going to try and fix some of it, but it's like, that you'd have to fix the whole thing. It's all falling apart.
We don't use the chimney.
No, but only I'm just, like he was up on the roof. Let's put it that way. And he saw other things too. So,
there's no chimney being used in our building anymore.
No, just by those little birds.
Yes. Okay. So again, you're talking, a minimum for stuff that has to get done. You're talking a couple $100,000 easy. And the necessity, we have an old control system that's heating our stuff. That's $10,000 right there. We have 2 older air handlers on top of the roof. Old. We replaced a lot of the smaller ones. We have 2 older ones up there. That's a crane to get the stuff up there. Yep. You're talking $30,000, $40,000.
Yep.
So, again.
The elevator.
Yep.
The elevator. Again, here we go again. We just keep putting Band-Aids on everything and we turn our head. There's going to be a point where, hey, this is going to cost a lot of money, and how are we coming up with this money? So action needs to be taken now. Not saying that everything has to get done, but we need a plan in place.
No, I agree.
Well, ultimately with this budget, we'd be asking for funds that assumedly we'd ask for every year. Like if we do the repair and maintenance, are you saying that we should go for 50,000 and then next year we go for 50,000 and then the year after that we go for 50,000 or 100,000, or what are you saying?
I think that one of the things that we need to do is between now and February 14th, put together this whole thing. I think we need to ask for $300,000.
Okay, if that's what you guys want, I'll put it in, and then we'll talk about, and then we'll, talk about it that evening.
That includes the elevator. That includes roofing stuff. That includes sidewalk. That includes, stuff that has to get done. And then the board has to decide whether or not, hey, all right, so fine. I have no problem if the elevator breaks, but where you're getting it if it breaks. I have no problem if someone trips and falls on that sidewalk and we get sued. But you know what? We have to list everything and let them decide whether or not what's important to them, because we have to do our due diligence and bring this stuff to them.
Suzanne, put down 500, $500,000.
Okay.
And then, one of the things we'll talk about is the fact that stuff was Band-Aided for a long time. We have, and then, you're talking about a new community center. You can't even maintain what you currently have.
Agreed.
Okay, and then when they run me out of town, Alex, you better make sure I have a place to stay. All right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have a friend, Kaya.
Okay, anything else? All right. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing about that. And I told Charlotte I would ask about this. Charlotte does know that building. She's been there since 1989. She said that when she was there in 89 and they took them out in 94, they had huge gutters. So they never had the problems that we're having now. But they took them out. I just wanted to let you know that because I said that I would tell you.
yeah.
No,
Well,
they had the copper lined wood gutters that are 12 in diameter, and now we have 4-inch because I think it was Kozlowski's age or limit or one of those people figured, again, here we go. The correct gutters might have been $5, and you know what? We could put these gutters on that would work just as good for $4. We'll do the $4 ones. I'm not saying using Kozlowski or whoever era who did it, but throughout the years, or O'Toole or whoever else was in there, we have a tendency of always going with the cheapest thing, and we can see sometimes what the cheapest thing does for us.
Look, I'm not meaning to bring up my office, but only when I was pulling things back, you saw the way that window is. That and one of the panes is broken. so that they could get apparently the phone line in or something. I'm not sure why that pane is broken, but that should never have been left like that. I was taking off styrofoam and styrofoam and styrofoam, and then like, you know, a little bit of something that looked like paneling, and then there's the old window with one pane broken.
You
Yeah,
can't make
Go ahead, Alex.
this stuff up. The stuff that we have done through the years to save dollars.
Including taking out the water that was already in the first floor, on the upper level. I mean, they removed that, which was stupidity. Why would anybody do that?
Well, this is all before my time, so you know what? I can't. And a lot of probably before some of our own time. So you know
Before
what?
mine too. Yeah.
We could just move forward and learn from our mistakes, and hopefully we don't have mistakes like other people made with stuff that was recently done with heating systems and other projects, that we do more due diligence and control the stuff that takes place in our building.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll give it a shot. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, we're done on 9 and 10, right? And then we'll work at developing all this. I'll meet with Alex and we'll go through and set everything up with a fine-tooth comb. And we'll put our estimates down on what needs to be done and take it from there, you know. We'll probably get pooped on, but after that, then I'll start writing letters, you know, because I'm done. You know, we keep Mickey Mouse in it, and it's just not a good way to go.
And I mean, I can't blame people that are in positions to make decisions right now, because if they're not given money, what can they do too?
Yep.
So,
Well, but the point for strategic planning, to Suzanne's point, if you were saying 50 grand this year, 50 grand that year, you should have some kind of venue where over the last 10 or 15 years, you put 10 or 12 or $15,000 aside, so that when you have these things take place, you have the money to cover it.
well, what you do is you put aside your net value of your building. So say like the library is, what's the value? We'll say $1 million, okay?
I'd go 1.5.
Okay, just say 0.5. So then you should put $150,000,
$50,000 away. Yep.
and you know what? And that should be done every 5 years, because you have cost. You know what? Look at the community center. Perfect example. We have not, since that they had that thing remodeled and upstairs, they really haven't put anything in it besides the boiler breaking. And again, we just keeping our fingers crossed that nothing's going to break. Same thing as the elevator at the town hall. You cannot, if that thing breaks, they already said they cannot get parts for it. So what are we waiting for? I mean, I know we had nothing to control that, but again, a plan should be put in place. You're gonna what do we wait for it to break and then try to borrow money? No.
Yep.
And I think that's what, I don't care what other town buildings do. I didn't really mean to mention any other town buildings. I'm just worried about what the library does. But in my position, I do worry about all the buildings.
Got it. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Okay, so then now we're looking at a vote on February spending. We're looking at voting on spending amount of $5,400.
So moved.
Second.
That was Jean, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Jean. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay.
I have one
Public-
condition. I have one factor that make sure she buys the book I've been looking for.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, it's order. It's on order.
I'm teasing you.
Good, okay. Good, okay, that's good, happy. Public comment on anything else?
Nope.
Jess, good, everybody's happy.
Look
Library-
at Jesse's cat.
I know. You
Oh my God,
Second.
okay. Library Board of Directors, group discussion, items of interest and concern. I think
Aye.
we've covered just about everything that we
Yeah.
talked about, right?
Yeah.
don't know if there's anything else that needs to be done.
Only thing I want to see is some kind of plan put together for a gaming room in writing, so we're not just talking about it. I hate just
No,
talking about.
for what?
A gaming room in writing.
No, I got it. Got it.
Yeah. I want to see something in writing from Suzanne and from Rebecca or Manuel, whoever's going to be uptaking this. I want to start seeing projects in writing before we go forward and not talk about things, so it's always on paper.
Yeah. So Suzanne, what I would say is if you're gonna have gaming in the room, I would turn around and I would look at, keeping 6 feet apart, blah, blah, blah. Do the 6 feet apart routine for now, but let's talk about how we would set it up and plan. You might want to touch other libraries or the Boys and Girls Club to see what they have done for.
We can definitely do that. I mean, ultimately, as much as I want it to be a gaming room, and that's fine, we also do use a smaller room for the board games because it's more intimate than the larger one. We haven't had the board games meeting since COVID.
You put the board game somewhere else. You know what? Because you put something, you make something nice, and then you don't try to squeeze everything in the room. You put something else. You set up the room nice. We'll give you some money for it. We'll try to find money. We'll try to get information, and you make it nice and stop squeezing everything into one area. I hate that. It drives me crazy. That's just my opinion.
All right. Thank you for sharing and caring. We appreciate it.
Those damn board games in the garage for the 5 people that show up.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
it used to be more, but
Okay. We're good for now then?
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, cool then. Can I have a motion to
I make a
adjourn?
motion-
oh, I'm sorry. When can the check be made for Falcione?
Whenever you want.
Okay, so you're gonna write it out, right?
Yeah. I'll come in. Let me know when you want me to come in. I'll sign, we'll sign it up and we'll do it up, right? Because I guess it's all gonna come. You have to talk to Lisa on that,
Yeah.
right? Because you're gonna take the money from the fiscal year 2021. So we have $10,809.15 there. Okay?
Okay, so do you want to do that on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it Tuesday. Then I'll talk to Lisa tomorrow and get her all set and everything too. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, and if she wants to review the numbers with me, she can call me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gents, have a wonderful evening. I'm glad that the American model seems to be working for tomorrow or Saturday for lack of snow. Works in my book. I thought that was a blanket, Jess. It's the cat. Okay. All right.
And on a funny note, we have to leave on a funny note. If anybody wants to get rid of their significant other, you drive to Paula's house, and I have named that her driveway the Widowmaker.
Okay. Yes. Well, and what Alex is referring to is Tuesday. I got a UPS truck go off the cliff at the bottom of my driveway, and it was the biggest. I have pictures. When we get back to being in person, I'll show you all. Okay.
And the sad part about it was they were just trying to deliver socks to her house.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, it was a new trailer hitch. I thought it was the battery operated Husqvarna, and it was the trailer hitch. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Be careful, be safe, be nice, be kind. Okay?
Okay.
Wait, did you do the motion? Jess is asking, did you do the motion?
Yes. All in favor? Aye.
Yeah, Alex and Joyce.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Gene, enjoy Florida. I'm jealous.
It's warm here.
I know,
Thanks for coming, Gene.
I know. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.